Ham Solo here, Kilo Zero Foxtrot Yankee Romeo, or in the GMRS world, WRMV 759. I'm in Plano, Texas right now. I'm actually outside of the ham radio outlet, but I just wanted to give you a little heads up of what's been going on lately. And so I was doing a little bit of work stuff, and thought, while I made my rounds and got done with work and came back up to Dallas to fly out, that I would get a chance to stop by ham radio outlet. I didn't think I was going to have time because my plane was supposed to leave, about mid-afternoon. However, in Colorado, we have been having this massive winter storm, apparently, and I think right now over at the house, I've had something like 2 feet of snow in the last 12 hours. And so I keep getting these pictures from the people at the house going, hey, there's a lot of snow out here right now. Well, of course, they canceled my flight due to the weather. And so I got stuck here like an extra 8 hours so far. And so I thought, well, I got time. I'm going to go in at the ham radio outlet. And so in the meantime, what I've been doing is been talking on my new 3B Plus hotspot that I made. And I've got that running that new software, the WPSD, which is like a Pi-Star. I'm not going to say alternative. It's based off of kind of like a Pi-Star setup. It's just a little bit more modern, better graphic user interface. And so I've got that going on our talk group for our Mountain Amateur Radio Club. And been using my Anytone 878 and getting reports from the people back home about the snow. And they're saying, yeah, it's definitely been about pretty close to 2 feet right now. It's still snowing pretty hard. And so hopefully my flight doesn't get canceled again and I can get stuck here for a little bit longer. And so got that radio going on. And then I have the Talkpod A36 GMRS radio. And just did a little review on that. And so I'm going to sit here and get this hooked up to some of the My Texas GMRS net channels and see if we can give a call out or two and get on some of the GMRS stuff as well. I also hooked into the Arlington, Texas DMR repeater. And so I keyed that up, and I know they have the North Texas and the Cactus DMR groups, and that's just radio to repeater. And so got that in the radio, got the hotspot in the radio, and been playing around with that. And now gonna sit there and switch over to the Talkpod and look up some of the GMRS stuff here in a minute. Got to head into a ham radio outlet and go pick up an item that I'm going to be using at the house for a different antenna project. And so we'll talk in just a minute.
Well, compared to the store in Denver, this ham radio outlet in Plano, Texas, has a lot more items that are out on shelving. They have many, many different aisles of items. And I want to say that the one in Denver only really has one center aisle on both sides, and that's it. And here there's 5-6 different aisles of different items. You could really go through and spend a tremendous amount of money here. That's for sure. And so just interested in looking around. I kind of need a new coax cable, and was looking at the different offerings. Here they use ABR quite a bit, and so I was looking at the different lengths and different connectors on them. Just trying to find out if I would be able to pick up a piece or not. That's going to be the question, I think. Radio options are always interesting as well. They have several different radios hooked up from small to large and with power supplies and different features on them. So that's another place to preview. And then, of course, you have your antenna aisles, and they have just about every single antenna I think I've ever seen. I've used quite a few of them, but it's just interesting to come through and see so many different options in the store. I mean, it's just a really, really big store. So that's been very impressive, like this ham radio outlet.
All right, so just finished with the ham radio outlet here in Plano, Texas. I had a will call item. It's one of those window pass-throughs from Comet Antenna. That's the last piece of the puzzle in order to work on that Yagi that I got from MFJ. So I got a 2-meter Yagi from MFJ. I have the window or the door pass-through is going to be my sliding glass door. I'm going to put it on the same PVC thing that I have the 220 Yagi antenna on, and then I'm going to slant it. I'm going to slant that 2-meter antenna at a 45-degree angle, trying to see if I can get better polarization for both horizontal and vertical. So it's just a test, just to try to see if that works. I'd already got some cabling from a friend of mine, and so I've got a section that's going to go from the antenna mast down. It's going to connect to this. Got another piece from this to go inside to connect to the radio for the 2 meter 70 centimeter. I'm going to see if that works, and so that's why I want to stop by HRO. So now it's a long wait to see if my flight gets canceled or not over at the airport. I don't even think I'm supposed to land in Colorado Springs till like maybe a little after midnight, and so hopefully it doesn't get canceled, but they're still getting snow, and so right now they're at somewhere about 2.5 feet. And so we'll see if it gets cleared off enough for me to fly out. All right, so made a couple videos a while back where I was using a Pi Zero that I had made in order to do DMR from, say, Las Vegas back to the house, or when I was in Utah, Provo, Utah, back to the house. And so I basically, all I did was I took the MMDVM hat that's on a Pi Zero, and I put it on top of this Pi 3. And so I've got that running as both a D-Star and as a DMR hotspot. Currently have the home DMR hotspot set up in the radio. I think I call it just hotspot car or something like that. Yeah, hotspot NX0G car hotspot. And that radio, don't need to show that part again. I am on a regular DMR network. Let me turn down this other radio. Sorry about that. I am on another radio. And this is on the DMR Cactus network in Texas. And that is a standalone proprietary, not proprietary, but I think they use a Seabridge system here. And so they're not on, if you go on Repeater Book or anything like that, it's the DMR network is separate from a lot of other DMR networks, and I think they use a Seabridge, like I said. And so this one's set up on the Cactus network, and if I just key it up, K0FYR. It goes ahead and connects right away. There's a Arlington repeater here somewhere that I'm near. I've been on that before when I've come to Texas. And, it was really easy, but I had to get into town. So when I was outside, just coming into Dallas, it was a little bit hard to hit. But by the time I got to HRO, I was able to hit the Arlington statewide, the Arlington wide, the Cactus network. And so that's neat knowing that it still works. It's still on the radio. And then my hotspot here, again, I'm running that new software. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. It works pretty good, except the only thing now is the time stopped announcing. And so it's still check marked. It's still toggle switch to the time, but it's not doing it anymore. So that's kind of odd. This is that Talkpod, and it is GMRS, and I believe this is the React Emergency group has GMRS channels. I might have even been on those before with different radio, but this is the Talkpod. This is what it sounds like. Nice and clear.
How far are you guys from where we are?
And again, that was a GMR deal, GMRS deal. This radio apparently is supposed to be able to broadcast all over the place. And in an emergency, of course, you could do that. But if it's not an emergency, it's not really supposed to be transmitted on 2 meters or 70 centimeters. And so they're advertising it as a GMRS radio. And see if I can get the backlight.
The radio I'm talking on, can you hear me all right? Is everything sound okay?
And I'm just sitting in my car near Dallas Love Field, waiting for my flight. Get a little bit closer so I can go check in. And see if I can transmit into it here in a second. It's got a similar menu system to Baofeng. A couple more of the menu items, like you can change the squelch tail and things like that. That's actually kind of neat.
Ball and sound ball. All right, man. Yeah, it's definitely getting choppy on there on the end. You never dropped the repeater, but we're getting pretty hard to understand in a few places. All right, man. Well, hope you have a good one. Hopefully I hear you out there in the morning. And if not, enjoy your commute, buddy. We'll holler at you later. WRHV 437 monitoring. And you sound like you're just right on top of the repeater. You're just smacking it.
WRMV 759, looking for a radio check.
And WRMV 759, I think I heard that correctly. Whiskey Romeo, Mike Victor 759. Sounded good, man. Sounded real clear. Holding on to it. Almost full quieting there, so no issues whatsoever. WRHV 437, East Houston.
All right, East Houston, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was trying out this new radio. This is Talkpod A36 Plus. I happen to be visiting up here in the Dallas area from Colorado, and just trying this out. I'm shooting a YouTube video for it, and just wanted to see what it sounded like. This is not a bad little radio, and it's got several different receive bands in it, air band and 2 meters and so forth, but just want to check it out on GMRS, WRMV 759.
I want to take your time going home. Don't know how long you're down for, but yeah, man, congrats on the radio. It's doing the job. Got a little hitches here and there in the transmission, but nothing serious at all. Perfectly readable. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. WRHV 437 monitoring.
I actually lost the battery's almost dead. I didn't charge it last night, and and it's telling me low voltage, and so wow, that was something I didn't know. I should have charged it last night. Didn't even think about it. But yeah, you hear the audio is real clear. He was in East Houston. This again, Texas is likes to say separate from the other radio systems, and so this GMRS system in Texas is all their own. It's all standalone. Sometimes they connect in from the Panhandle down to the coast, but a lot of times they have several different standalone repeaters, and so that's just the way they like to do it. So if you go on mygmrs.net or com, you'll see that Texas is just this big dark hole. There's no repeaters. So you have to go on mytexasgmrs.net, and then you'll see the repeaters that are in the state. And they do not link up to any outside repeaters. They just don't like to do it. So, got to talk to somebody. He was in East Houston. I'm up here in Dallas right now, and nice, good sounding radio. I'm sitting inside the car, so, I mean, you can expect a little bit of static, maybe a little bit of white noise is kind of what he said. But other than that, the audio sounds really clear, and it's transmitting out, other than I killed the battery, so that's on me for not charging it like I should have. So until next time, just wanted to get in a couple of these little things, show you what I've been doing. Stop by HRO and pick up that window separator piece for the coax, and then once I do finally get a chance to get home, if I don't get snowed in or snowbound tonight where I have to stay here because they have too much snow, maybe I can get that Yagi antenna set up sometime over the next week. I should be at least home for a week, and then we can go again, see what happens. So till then, this is the Ham Solo K0FYR or WRMV 759 saying 73.